Welcome back to Crypto Toronto. Today's video I would like to discuss Cardano, but before doing so I would like to say I apologize for my absence. I have been very busy with my school, so therefore I wasn't able to upload as much as I do regularly. But right now I will be back once again because I passed all exams, so I'm ready to join you all and start discussing cryptos once again. But before doing so, I would highly appreciate if you could subscribe to this channel, and we will reach the 1.6k shortly. So let's get started on Cardano, and before doing so I would like to discuss this amazing breakout on Bitcoin. We have seen this multiple touch points underneath this descending resistance. We have seen as well multiple touch points on top of this descending support, and therefore this is a confirmed falling wedge pattern. And right now on Bitcoin we have seen a clear breakout taking place on the daily time frame, and therefore if we do right now see a further increase taking place, what I think is absolutely marvelous is that we could be heading towards our prior all-time high at $67,553 for sure. So I'm very looking forward to this development, and hopefully we will see something similar occur on Cardano. So therefore I would like to get started and take a quick look at the Cardano chart, and right away I would like to discuss the daily time frame. Well, what I think is absolutely important on Cardano is that we are actually still inside of the falling wedge pattern. We have seen multiple touch underneath the descending resistance. We have as well seen multiple touch points on top of this descending support. So therefore this is a confirmed falling wedge pattern as well. But more importantly, we haven't break out above the descending resistance yet. So therefore we could still see major increase in price action taking place. So I'm looking forward to what this development will look like. And yeah, for sure, people that haven't seen this pattern priorly, if we do see a breakout occur, what I think is even more important is that we will be heading all the way towards the $2.96. So yeah, for sure a major increase could take place on Cardano right now, and that means that we will be seeing a major 151% increase if we do see further continuation. So this being said, let's get started by looking at the EMA ribbon on the daily time frame. So if we look at the EMA ribbon right now, we are still underneath the EMA ribbon on the daily time frame. This is something that does not concern me right now, due to the fact that I personally think that it is very likely that we are going to see further continuation towards the upside, especially if we do see further increase in Bitcoin's price action. Otherwise, if we do not break out above the EMA ribbon, what I think is important is that we could perhaps head straight back down towards the previous level where we found support on top at $1.01. So that could perhaps be the case, that we are going to create once more a stronghold underneath us at $1.01. Why is this the case? It's because if we take a look at the immediate short term, we can clearly see that at $1.20, we are clearly seeing previous support being found, resistance underneath, but as well support on top. So therefore this level is a level that I will be personally monitoring closely, and if we get rejected underneath previous support, I personally think it is quite likely that we are going to head straight back down towards the $1.01 once more. But if we do see further continuation and are able to see a stronghold getting created on top of the $1.20, I think it's just a matter of time before we will be breaking out above the descending resistance and see even further continuation towards the upside taking place, and as well that major 151% increase taking place on Cardano. Well, this being said, I would like to head straight away towards the MACD. On the MACD, what I think is absolutely and clearly important is that on the daily time frame we have already experienced momentum towards the downside previously. Right now we are seeing a clear crossover taking place, and even more importantly, we are experiencing momentum towards upside. What else is absolutely looking marvelous is actually this right here. We are seeing a clear higher low on the MACD, but on the chart we are clearly seeing a lower low. So therefore we were seeing a bullish divergence on the daily MACD, and right now we are experiencing momentum towards the upside. So yeah, I'm personally looking forward to this momentum towards the upside, especially because it could be very significant if we do find a stronghold on top of the $1.20 and see even further continuation afterwards. If we do unfortunately get rejected underneath this range, it is highly likely that we could head towards the $1.01. So for sure, monitoring the $1.01 range underneath us is of utmost importance. This being said, I would like to head straight away towards the 4-hourly time frame. Right here, what I think is clearly important is that if we look at the EMA ribbon, what we are seeing right here is that we do actually see that the EMA ribbon has been broken through. We are as well finding support on top of the EMA ribbon, so that is absolutely looking marvelous. But right now, we are, well, not seeing major continuation towards the upside, unfortunately, because as I've said previously, we want to see a stronghold getting found on top of the $1.20. Otherwise, it is highly likely that we could get rejected and head straight back down towards the $1.01 once more. So this is something that I will be monitoring very closely. But what does give me a lot of confidence is that we have already seen the EMA ribbon as a level of support. So therefore, if we do right now see a further decline, we could see a major stronghold of support being found on top of the EMA ribbon at approximately $1.11. As well, this being said, let's discuss the MACD. So on the MACD, what I think is clearly important is that we are right now, well, seeing once more a crossover of momentum towards the upside. We are clearly experiencing as well that momentum towards the upside in the chart as well. So yeah, for sure, I'm personally very glad about this development, and I think it is highly likely that we could see even further continuation towards the upside. The only thing that does concern me is that we have already seen major movement towards the upside during the past couple of days, but unfortunately, we haven't seen a major spike or increase in momentum until Bitcoin started increasing as well. So right now, what I would like to say is that Bitcoin's price action is absolutely of utmost importance, and if Bitcoin right now, well, holds strong where it's currently trading at, it is absolutely likely that we are going to see further continuation on Cardano and eventually see that breakout occur above the descending resistance and that major increase of 151%, heading towards the $2.95 for sure taking place. But unfortunately, if Bitcoin gets rejected where we are currently trading at, and we do see a decline in Bitcoin's price action, it is highly likely that we won't be able to break out above the $1.20 and we will be heading straight back down towards the $1.01 range right underneath us, especially because as well on the daily time frame we are still experiencing resistance by the EMA ribbon. This being said, I would like to lastly discuss during this video on the daily and 4-hourly time frame the RSI. But before discussing the RSI, what I would like to ask you is that if you are not yet following me on Twitter, do not forget to follow me on Twitter at ThoroCrypto. It will be highly appreciated and you will be supporting this channel by doing so. So thank you very much already, and let's head straight back towards the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, what I think is absolutely marvelous is that we are trading at approximately the 50 range on the RSI, meaning that therefore we still have plenty of space to see further continuation towards the upside, and as well could see a possible further increase in Cardano's price action. What does concern me is that as well we do have plenty of space towards the downside to see a further decline. So yeah, it could go either way now. If we get rejected underneath the $1.20, for sure, heading towards the $1.01 range is a possibility, especially because we still have plenty of space towards the downside. But if we hold strong on top of the $1.20, breaking out and heading even further towards the upside is as well a possibility, because we have plenty of space on the RSI to see a further increase taking place. Right now, we are not seeing any type of bullish nor bearish divergences. It does look to me right now fine on the daily RSI, and therefore I must say that I personally look forward to see what the development on Cardano will look like. Unfortunately, if we head towards the 4-hourly time frame, what I think is not looking very marvelous is that we are clearly experiencing a higher high on the chart, and unfortunately at the same time we are seeing this lower high on the RSI, meaning that we are experiencing a bearish divergence, and therefore we could right now start seeing a decline taking place on Cardano's price action, heading towards the $1.01, and as well not being able to break out above the range above us at $1.20. So for sure, I will be monitoring the RSI very closely, and what does concern me on the 4-hourly time frame is that we already broke out above the dotted line once, and right now we do not have major space to see further continuation towards the upside. So therefore it could be likely that we are going to see a further decline taking place. So this is what I wanted to discuss about Cardano. Hopefully you did enjoy the content so far. If you did enjoy this content, do not forget to give me a big thumbs up. And just to summarize this video, most important levels of resistance above us are the $1.20, where we would like to see a stronghold getting created on top to see further continuation towards the upside afterwards, and as well a breakout above this descending resistance. Or we could as well see a rejection taking place where we are currently trading at underneath the $1.20, and we could head straight back down towards the $1.01 range right underneath us. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you did enjoy this content, do not forget to give me those thumbs up, and as well, have a nice day.